Medical fitness is a crucial requirement for food handlers to ensure public health and food safety. Certification processes vary across different countries, but all aim to prevent contamination and maintain hygiene standards. In this video, we'll explore the importance of medical fitness for food handlers, the certification process in various regions, and the case study on Qatar's approach. Stick around to learn how food safety regulations protect consumers. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help spread valuable insights. Ensuring that food handlers are medically fit is a fundamental aspect of food safety. Individuals working in the food industry come into direct contact with food products, making them potential carriers of infections or contaminants if they are not in good health. Many countries have established strict medical fitness and certification processes to regulate the health conditions of food handlers, preventing the spread of foodborne diseases and ensuring consumer safety. Qatar, like many other nations, has implemented comprehensive medical fitness requirements for food handlers, ensuring that those involved in food preparation and service are free from communicable diseases. The certification process in Qatar is part of a broader food safety framework that aligns with international best practices. A comparison of Qatar's certification system with other countries, such as the USA and UK, provides insights into how different governments prioritize public health through regulatory measures. 10. Understanding the importance of medical fitness for food handlers. Medical fitness is a critical requirement for food handlers because they work in close proximity to consumable products. The risk of transmitting diseases through contaminated hands, saliva, or bodily fluids makes it essential to assess and monitor their health regularly. Food handlers suffering from infectious diseases, such as hepatitis A, typhoid, or tuberculosis, can unknowingly spread bacteria and viruses, leading to outbreaks of foodborne illnesses. Beyond protecting consumers, medical fitness also safeguards businesses. Food establishments that fail to comply with health regulations risk severe penalties, loss of reputation, and even shutdowns. Many foodborne illness outbreaks have been traced back to sick food handlers, highlighting the need for rigorous medical screening and certification. 9. The role of governments in regulating food handler health. To prevent health risks associated with food handlers, governments worldwide impose medical fitness requirements through laws and regulations. In Qatar, the Ministry of Public Health oversees medical examinations for food handlers, ensuring they meet the necessary health standards before being granted work permits. Other countries, such as the USA and UK, also have strict guidelines regarding food handler certification. While regulatory agencies differ from one country to another, the overall goal remains the same: preventing the spread of infectious diseases through food handling. In most cases, medical certification is required before an individual can begin working in the food industry. 8. The Food Handler's Certificate and its significance. A food handler's certificate is an official document proving that an individual has met the health and safety standards required to work in the food industry. This certification is usually issued after completing medical examinations and food safety training. Many countries make this certification mandatory for employment in restaurants, food processing plants, catering services, and other food-related businesses. In addition to medical screening, food handlers often undergo training on hygiene, safe food handling techniques, and prevention of cross-contamination. This ensures that they not only meet health requirements, but also understand their role in maintaining food safety. 7. Medical screening requirements in Qatar. Qatar has a structured system for medical screening of food handlers. Before receiving a food handler certificate, individuals must pass a series of medical tests. These tests typically include screenings for infectious diseases such as tuberculosis, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, typhoid, and respiratory infections. Medical screenings are conducted at designated health centers under the supervision of the MOPH. Workers who pass the screening receive their certification, allowing them to work legally in food-related establishments. Those who fail the medical tests are either required to undergo treatment or are deemed unfit for food handling roles. 6. Food handler certification process in the USA. In the USA, food handler certification varies by state, but all states have some form of regulation in place. The Food and Drug Administration (FDA) provides guidelines for food safety, while state and local health departments enforce food handler requirements. Most states require food handlers to complete a basic food safety training course and pass an exam before receiving a certification. In some states, such as California and Texas, certification is mandatory, and food handlers must renew their certification periodically. While medical fitness screenings are not always required, workers are encouraged to stay home if they exhibit symptoms of infectious diseases. 5. Food handler certification process in the UK. In the UK, food safety laws are governed by the Food Standards Agency (FSA). Unlike Qatar, the UK does not mandate medical examinations for food handlers. Instead, food businesses are responsible for ensuring their employees are fit to work. Food handlers in the UK must complete food hygiene training, covering topics such as proper hand washing, temperature control, and prevention of cross-contamination. Employers are encouraged to monitor the health of their workers and ensure that anyone with symptoms of a foodborne illness does not handle food until they recover. 4. Food handler certification process in other countries. Many other countries follow a similar approach to Qatar, requiring both medical screening and certification. For example, in the UAE, food handlers must undergo regular medical checkups and training before receiving work permits. In Singapore, the National Environment Agency requires food handlers to pass medical exams for diseases such as tuberculosis and typhoid before receiving certification. These regulations reflect a global trend towards stricter food safety measures, ensuring that food handlers do not pose a risk to public health. Countries with high food safety standards recognize that both medical fitness and proper training are crucial to preventing contamination. 3. The impact of medical fitness certification on public health. Requiring medical fitness certification for food handlers has significantly reduced foodborne illness outbreaks in countries that enforce strict regulations. In Qatar, routine medical checks ensure that food handlers do not carry infectious diseases that could be transmitted through food. The impact of medical screening is evident in reduced cases of foodborne infections, increased consumer confidence, and improved overall hygiene in the food industry. Countries that enforce medical certification have fewer outbreaks linked to sick food handlers compared to those that rely solely on self-reporting of illness. 2. Challenges in enforcing medical fitness requirements. Despite the benefits, enforcing medical fitness requirements comes with challenges. In some countries, the cost of medical examinations can be a burden for food handlers, especially for low-wage workers. Delays in processing medical certificates can also create difficulties for businesses that need to hire staff quickly. Additionally, some workers may attempt to bypass health checks or provide false medical records. Governments must implement strict verification processes to ensure compliance and prevent unfit individuals from working in food establishments. 1. Strengthening food handler certification for a safer future. Medical fitness and certification for food handlers are essential components of food safety. Qatar's approach, which includes mandatory medical screenings, sets a strong example for ensuring public health. By comparing this system with those in the USA and UK, it is clear that different countries adopt varying strategies based on their regulatory priorities. While medical screening is highly effective in preventing foodborne illnesses, proper food safety training and workplace monitoring are equally important. Governments and businesses must work together to maintain high hygiene standards, ensure workers receive necessary health screenings, and educate employees on safe food handling practices. In an era where food safety is a top concern, strengthening medical fitness certification and ensuring compliance with regulations will protect consumers and build a healthier food industry worldwide. Ensuring medical fitness and proper certification for food handlers is essential for maintaining hygiene and preventing foodborne illnesses. Understanding global certification processes helps businesses comply with regulations and uphold food safety standards. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share so more people can benefit from these insights. For more in-depth learning, visit Transform AcademyHub.com. See you in the next one.